Quote of the day: when you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world. By Norman Vincent Peale. One. Origin of Russian people. How did the Russians get to Russia in ancient times? The first known people to set foot on Russian territory were called the Cimmerians. They ruled between 1000 and 700 BCE and were followed by the Scythians in 700 BCE. The Scythian nomads established a military state and defeated the Persians, but were nonetheless conquered by the Sarmatians in 03 BCE. During the Sarmatian reign, Greek settlers colonized the coast of the Black Sea. Sarmatians and Greeks maintained friendly trade-based relations until the German Goths interfered in 200 AD. The Goths in turn were defeated by the Huns in 370 AD, which paved the way for Bulgaric and Slavic settlement during the time of the European migration period. In the 7th century, a new force came to power in southern Russia, the Khazars. They gave up the nomadic lifestyle, built towns and established trading connections. Everyone living in the Khazar state was allowed to practice whatever religion they believed in, without restrictions. Finally, the Eastern Slavs appeared as the founders of the modern Russian state. By 900, their economy, society and culture were thriving. Yet it wasn't until the 16th century that the Eastern Slavs crossed the Urals and began settling in Siberia. Russian language history. The official language of Russia is Russian. Russian language emerged on the basis East Slavic languages. With Russian state establishment, there came the need to develop average dialect, equally understandable to all tribes. Such a dialect was based on the dialect of Polanians, the residents of the capital Kiev. This dialect was the basis of Old Russian literary language. The actual writing system emerged in Russia only after the adoption of Christianity. Cyrillic alphabet was invented in the 9th century by brothers Cyril and Methodius. With the help of that alphabet, Greek liturgical books were translated into Slavonic. Since then, Cyrillic has spread across the Slavic world, and after the baptism of Rus it came into use by the Eastern Slavic populate. It was only in the 18th century the language was modified and simplified. In 1917–1918 it acquired modern Russian graphics. The latest reform of the language dates back to the early 1970s. In addition to the national language, in some republics of the Russian Federation, native languages are spoken, e.g. in Buryatia, Ingushetia, Kalmykia, North Ossetia, Dagestan, Mordovia. The languages of other countries are also used in Russia: Ukrainian, Belarusian, Kazakh, Kyrgyz, Azerbaijani, German, Latvian, Bulgarian, Finnish, Estonian, Armenian, Georgian, Greek, etc. In 2000, Russia had about 100 languages, belonging to the family of Indo-European languages.